All right, I'm going to say shalom to everyone. Thank the Most High for another day, a few more hours. We're going to be approaching the Sabbath. I'm not going to get into a Sabbath lesson right now, but what was on my mind is these outbreaks of this Ebola virus. I made a video on this a while back, uh, I think about a month ago, uh, about the reason why they brought Ebola over here from the beginning. I think we all should know, but I guess some of us are too preoccupied with other things, our iPhones and things of that nature, dealing with everything else. Um, but it's a sad issue when it comes down to this type of information, this type of news. I usually don't cover news much, but it is not my uh, really my cup of tea when it comes down to this. But I thought I would go into it just for a few minutes. There were two cases. One hit home in the area where I live at, kind of close, the Washington D.C. area. I'm in Maryland, about maybe 15 minutes from D.C. You have Howard University Hospital. They may have uh, Ebola outbreak in that area. I mean, in that hospital. So, I mean, what should we expect? Not, you really think you can isolate or conceal something like that is already planned to go out and kill people? As I stated in the video that I made in reference to this, there is a patent for it. Okay, I really don't care if people know. They need to know. They're going, like I said before in that particular video, America is done. It's a wrap. Okay, not a gift wrap. It's a wrap. Okay, they're going to come out with everything else. I mean, it's not what they would say airborne, but let me tell you, whatever is making a person sweat excessively is airborne. They say no, the first signs of or symptoms of Ebola virus is headache and real hard headache, harsh headaches, dizziness, vomiting, and bruises. And yeah, we know how the patients look. Those of them that are poisoned by vaccinations and poisoned by the skies and the waters. They're putting stuff in waters in certain areas to see how people are going to react to it. Um, and I don't care if you can label me and others that understand to think outside the box conspiracy theorists all you want. Let me tell you something. The people that are called conspiracy theorists know the ones that are conspiring against mankind. So you can label us all you want, but the things that we're talking about is come to pass, isn't it? Or what you think gonna happen once it really go out and spread like a real virus, like a movie outbreak or contagion or whatever? What you think gonna happen? They're gonna quarantine areas. You're gonna be under martial law. It's gonna be heavy security and tanks on your streets. I mean, people have been talking about this for years. There's gonna be an ethnic cleansing in America. So I just tell people, get ready for it. That's the only thing we can say. I mean, well, you always a barrier of bad news. Well, we're in the time of Jacob's trouble from the beginning. Okay, we're in the time of Jacob's trouble, which means the minority groups will get the brunt of any catastrophic situation. If it's something that's going on that's dangerous for your health or man, they would use as to generalize everybody, the poor of the earth will get the brunt. The poor of the earth are the children of Israel. It is not a coincidence, and I might as well say it in this video. It is not a coincidence that every time that there is some type of an outbreak, it's in Africa. What people reside in Africa? Tribe of Judah. You have some parts of Benjamin, mainly Benjamin, and some Levi, which is Haitians. We all kind of resemble each other. Okay, they're heading towards those particular tribes. I mean, they had to really kind of throw us off, and this is kind of going off the topic. I seen a Google Plus post video in reference to a cop that did a good deed for a little child, you know, giving, buying him a McDonald's meal. They had to pull this man out, his story all the way up from 2012. So it can kind of like tame the misery. Oops, let me say it the way everybody else said it. The Missouri riots. To calm that down a little bit. It's almost like if you got, your taste buds, you've been eating something spicy and you drink some water and it kind of cool it down, but it's really not cooling it down because it'll come right back within a few seconds. So that's what they do. They have to pull out certain stories and make you feel kind of. I mean, there's an article, I think I left it, about how they published it October 1st. So they have to pull out things so you don't have to look at the cops as all of them bad. Then the cop got shot, which is horrible. We don't know exactly the reason why a 23-year-old male, shot the cop. They didn't really go into that story. If somebody know the reason why the cop was killed, please post a comment. Please send me an email. Google Plus it, put it on the post so I can read it. Because I want to know the whole story. Okay, because like I said, it was still heinous. You shouldn't go. Who would just pick out a cop cruiser and just pull out a gun? I think it was a rifle. Okay, so I mean, let me get back to the real issues at hand when it comes down to this Ebola. They're going to give you, and I know I talk about this a lot, but a lot of people need to wake up on it, and a lot of people are, and I thank you all for your comments and subscribers as well when it comes down to this information, when it comes down to chemtrails. They can spray diseases. I'm going to say this very clear, okay, people? Very clear. They're going to spray diseases from the air. Okay? A person that's sweating, because this is what they're saying, it's from fluids, somebody blood or sweat, you can get Ebola. They're going to spray this stuff in the air. It's going to be in your water system. People, wake up. If you have a raw or real feces smell in your water system, okay, beware of some contaminant. They're going to put it in the water system. A sweat gland is not the way you're going to contract this Ebola garbage. They may start putting it in fast foods. They may start putting it in your toothpaste or something. We need to go, you know what they need to do? What we really need to do is go back to the first Batman that was made with I forgot the Michael Keaton and the other brother and the other guy. Okay, the Joker, when he was putting stuff in the deodorants and the hair products, shampoo and all that. And you would look at the reporters and they didn't have their hair done because they were too scared to put anything on to groom themselves because they didn't know if it was going to be, they're going to get this laughing disease. It was all tripping out. That's the way they're going to do it. It ain't because, okay, I contracted Ebola. Okay, now I sweat. Now the other person is sweating. Man, come on, man. At first it was AIDS. At first it was HIV. It is something that a person is eating. It is something that a person is drinking. It is something that a person is washing themselves with. They're going to attack certain people. It's airborne. And that's the sad part because I know it is. It's airborne. It ain't no a person get it from another person and another person. How can a person from all the way over in freaking Dallas somewhere get it and then somebody all the way in Howard? Are we putting the puzzle pieces together? That don't make sense. Come on, man. This stuff is just, it is scary. I'm not saying it's not. That's why I wanted to put this video up. It is scary to the point where it's a fleshly emotion, of course, to be scared or fear certain things. That's just normal. You're gonna, but as long as you can surpass that fear, base your life on a lifestyle of holy living. I was looking at the symptoms of this Ebola thing. Like I said, I forgot the paper, but thank the Most High, my comprehension is getting a little better. They say some people, usually the ones that survive it, if you survive the Ebola virus, usually you have a strong immune system. It depends on your immunity. So they put out some truth. If you got a strong immune system, I mean, usually you should be fine. You may get a little sick here and there, and don't stress yourself out if you get sick and you get a little bruise from it. If you do contract it, don't trip. Don't think you're going to die, because you will. The brain process certain things, and then all of a sudden it kicks in to help you with your stress, and it can't heal the body. Don't trip out. Don't fight it, because if you do, it's like quicksand. The more you fight in quicksand, the quicker you sink in it. So just calm down, rest. I mean, there's an article, and even my father a while back told me, may he rest in peace, told me a while back that if an Indian, which is the tribe of Gad, see, we are very spiritual people, if they would get, you talking about poison, venom from a snake, if they get bit by a snake, they would lay in the grass, and so it won't go to their heart. They would lay in the grass and make their heartbeat slower, and they would calm down. They would live until until they can survive from it, if when somebody can come help them out. So there's ways you can survive anything. I don't care what it is. So that's the faith. You gotta have faith, man. Don't let these demons that run everything, demons that patent this mess, scare you, because that's how they go. That's why they call it that. Ebola scare, AIDS scare, and they put that out there. So, oh my God, I'm gonna die if I get it. If you contract something, I don't care what you got. Retrack it. So don't let these people scare you about all these different pop-up cases from one end to the other. How this place to get into? What about the people in between? So I mean, they got other cases here and there, and man, let me tell you. I know some people may think I'm crazy, but I don't really care, because I was thinking about driving to Howard University and hey, who got this? Who got the Ebola virus? Let me go to who is it? Let me go ahead and pray for him real quick and see how quick it go away. He'd be jumping and doing cartwheels the next day. Did I bring that picture home? Give me a minute. I gotta show y'all this picture. Good, it's in my room. I'm gonna show you something. I bring this picture. I was gonna leave this for something else, but I may post it again. What this look like to you? I'm not bringing this up to pull a race card because I can hear people saying that. You see how the European, the slave owner, what is going on here? He has his feet on the slave child to draw out the melanin out of his body, okay, to heal himself. He's sick. And if you look at the depiction of the picture, now I'm just showing this up for example, just to show you something. You see how he's picking at his fingers and stuff? Like he's stressed out. That's a sign of being stressed. And I'm talking about the European. Even though this is an animated picture, but I need to show how he is stressed out. He's a little nervous. So he's trying to heal himself, which works with that real dark melanated slave child, which is one of the tribes. I can't really tell based on, let me see, Judah. Okay. Based on the tribe of Judah. That's slavery. We went into slavery. That's what happened to our people. So once you know the how much power you have, how much vibration you have in your system, in your body, we can regenerate anything. I don't care if it's a liver. People hear about these miracles all the time. I don't care if it's an organ, one of your organs. You can grow anything. If Christ can make a withered hand grow back, which you can do it too. But we don't think outside the box. We think this stuff is crazy. But yet you'll hear people always in the Christian doctrine say, yeah, I believe in, they call him Jesus. They believe in Jesus. But yet, how do you ever exercise this? It shouldn't be so many people dying of cancer, Ebola, and any other disease. The people that really believe in the Most High need to make way to these people, because that's what's going to happen. The Most High's power is going to be shown. A person going to have Ebola one day, the next day it's going to be gone because he's got in touch with someone that has a very high vibration, that understands scripture, that can see outside of this matrix and pull power in. Because if you are all closed up and dulled down while all these clouds, all fake artificial clouds all over the place, just sitting there today, just clouds just sitting up in the sky, they ain't moving, no rain, no nothing, just sitting there. And I know it's artificial. So we just need to get just push and be angry and sin not. To hell with some Ebola virus and any other dumb virus that they come out with. You speak your health in existence and say, I'm healed. Thank the Most High for my healing. These drugs and all that stuff, it ain't gonna do nothing for you. I don't care what they got. It's a handicap. Only thing you need, only medicine you need is stop sinning. A lot of us sin so much. You got all this homosexuality running all over the place. Fornication running all over the place. Lust running all over the place. Everybody doing everything they want to do. So of course they can attack you with some engineered disease because you're so susceptible to it. Your vibration is so low. And these people, these Jewish Romans that owned slavery, that started this, vibration is low. So they have to regenerate themselves like somebody's got a dead battery in their car. So you got the car with the charged battery, start that car up and you charge the other battery. That's what he's doing. That's how Christ was able to heal people. He was perfect. He was charged. He's energized. And he would charge life into other people and cast out demons and devils in people. Because once you are weak, once you have and I'm going to use a car. Like I said, I deal with cars. Once you got a car that got a dead battery and you can't move it, what's going to happen? What's going to take over? Mice. Something is going to get in the car, start messing with your engine. You got little creatures living all up in your motor because you can't move. So that's what happened to us. If you are low in vibration, don't have any charge of life from Christ in you, then you're going to become somebody else, some other entity's vessel to inhabit you. So now you are susceptible to disease. That's all I'm saying. Shalom.